Victorian detectives have offered a hefty $1 million reward for anyone with information on the disappearance of a woman who went missing while she was heavily pregnant 13 years ago. Key points. On the night Krystal vanished, she did not show up at a party. Detectives believe Krystal was murdered by a person she knew. Police are confident they know who made a phone call via phone box. However, they need more information or witnesses to come forward. Krystal Fraser, who was 23, heavily pregnant and intellectually disabled at the time of her disappearance, was last seen leaving an Albert Street address in the small town of Pyramid Hill in northern Victoria at 9:30 p.m. on June 20, 2009. After visiting a friend, detectives have confirmed that Ms. Fraser, who was just days away from giving birth, was traveling from Bendigo to Pyramid Hill on the day she went missing and got off a train at Pyramid Hill railway station at 8:40 p.m. On the night of her disappearance, Ms. Fraser received a 40-second phone call on her mobile that came from a public phone booth outside the Lichville Post Office, located 27 kilometers from Pyramid Hill, at 11:59 p.m. Police believe the caller was having a secret relationship with her, and could have had another partner, which might explain his use of a phone booth. She received 15 calls from that phone booth in the 2 months before her disappearance, police said, and no one has called her phone from it since she vanished. Police are confident they now know who made this call to Krystal. However, they are continuing to appeal for anyone with information or who witnessed someone at the phone box on the night to come forward. Ms. Fraser's phone had been active in the area nearly 3 hours after she received the call from the phone box. Although her mobile has never been found, Ms. Fraser went missing just hours after she discharged herself from a hospital against medical advice, saying she was attending a party at Kahuna, a town located just 10 minutes from Lichville. Karen Fraser said she'd had discussions with her daughter about the identity of her unborn child's father, but would not be drawn further. Investigations have revealed that Ms. Fraser did not attend a party on the night of her disappearance, with detectives believing she was murdered. Missing Persons Squad Detective Acting Inspector Tony Combridge said while significant time had passed, there was still every chance the right person would come forward to help with investigations. Sadly leads us to look at the possibility that Krystal met with foul play because of the intimate relationship she shared with a man, Detective Inspector Horan said. For the past 13 years, police have not given up finding answers as to what happened to Krystal and who is responsible. He said, "We do believe that the person who's made the phone call is involved in her death," Detective Inspector Horan said. "I believe this caller holds the answers to what happened to Krystal and may be the father of Krystal's unborn child. All it takes is one call. If it's the right call. And there is still $1 million on offer to someone who is willing to talk. This is undoubtedly a life-changing amount of money for anyone, let alone someone in a small country town. It's a small community and Krystal's disappearance has had a big impact on everyone in the area. Not just her family." Former Homicide Squad investigator Inspector Wayne Walcher said Ms. Fraser's disappearance was nothing short of a tragedy. "Cases like Krystal's stay with you, and I'm as invested today in getting answers as I was 13 years ago when I was working on the case while at the Homicide Squad," he said. "Krystal was one of the most vulnerable members of our community and her disappearance is nothing short of a tragedy." Detectives believe Krystal was murdered, and despite extensive investigations, are still searching for answers. In 2019, a $1 million reward for information about Krystal's disappearance was announced, and this reward remains on offer. This reward of up to $1 million will be paid at the discretion of the Chief Commissioner of Police for information leading to the apprehension and subsequent conviction of the person or persons responsible for the death of Krystal. The Director of Public Prosecutions may also consider, according to established guidelines, the granting of indemnification from prosecution to any person who provides information as to the identity of the principal offender or offenders in this matter. Ms. Fraser was last seen wearing an orange top, black tracksuit pants and a camouflaged patterned baseball cap. Anyone with information about her disappearance is urged to contact Crime Stoppers on 1-800-333-000. ABC News 2019. News June 2022. Victoria Police Appeal June 2022.